This was a new idea that I had this year, actually based on some research that we had been reading. And one of the things at our school is that we're very immersed in research, and it's shared, and so there was an article that was sent out about remediation, and it was talking about how special ed students and English language learners always end up in remediation groups. And it's just kind of asking, like, why is that always the case? What could we be doing to better support them? So it's not always seen as they need remediation, they need extra. And so one of the links was to this article about a special ed teacher who was using pre-teaching and had found success, that when she taught the students the concepts ahead of time and made them the experts, so that when it was brought up into class, they'd already heard it, that then it increased their participation, it increased the number of connections that they were making, and it increased their ability to retain that information. So it was actually showing up again on the test. And so I was thinking, well, like, pre-teaching is a strategy that we try to use as ESOL teachers. And this is research showing this is why it would work, and we should be using it more. And so I was thinking in the area of science, when there's so much vocabulary and words that we don't use all the time, that I was like, if they could get a background knowledge and exposure to these words before it's taught, then yes, they become the experts. And so that's what the goal of the group is, to make them the experts on the new words that are coming up. So what we'll usually do is meet during lunch on Mondays. It's our super secret science club, so it's fun. They don't feel like they're giving up something to do it. And I look at what are the lessons coming up that week, and I pick out what are going to be the difficult vocabulary words or words that will help them the most, because we know we're going to be coming back to these words. And so I only pick about 4 or 5, and I will usually find a mini book that has very simplified language that explains those different words and concepts or uses them in context, gives pictures. And then I'll also try to find some kind of video, or I'll put together some kind of PowerPoint or something with pictures, so they're really engaged and immersed in visuals and not so much text, so that the focus is having a picture in their head of what that is, or having seen a video. So that builds their background knowledge. And, because they're eating lunch at the same time, the expectation is not that they're going to be writing sentences or that they're going to be producing a lot. It's just a chance for them to kind of absorb ahead of time. And I'm not expecting them to walk away from the pre-teaching group having mastered these concepts, but they've been introduced to it. And so then when we get to science class and it's brought up again, and we saw it, within the first week that we did this, their hands are the ones that go up.